Alrighty, welcome to Trans Talk with Kai, where I interview other trans people about their experiences and their pros and cons, trials and tribulation of their transition. I hope this will be a good learning experience, and even if you don't learn, I hope you just enjoy. So come catch a vibe, and yeah. So, welcome back to another episode of Trans Talk with Kai. This is our first ever ally interview, and my guest today is
Elizabeth, but you can call me Liz.
nice to meet you, and
Nice
we're
to
happy
meet
to have
you.
you.
Yeah, I think this is our first time actually meeting.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been Facebook cool for like a couple years at this point,
Yeah,
no?
I think it's been a couple years now. Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, look, Facebook said we friends. Okay.
right.
This
We
is
cool.
this is our first like face to face type
Yeah,
thing.
like actual interaction. Yeah, instead of liking each other's posts.
Yeah. All right. So first question of the day. Do you support my transition and why?
So, absolutely, I support anybody's transition. Um, and I think that I don't really feel like it should be a very specific answer other than if it makes you happy and it gets you closer to your authentic self, then why not? As long as anything you do, as long as it's not hurting anybody, then absolutely go for it.
That's what I be saying. Like, as long as my
Yeah,
happiness don't hurt you, let me be.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, all right. I dig. I like it. I like it. Okay. So as a cis woman, do you support trans women? Even though you kind of answered that in the first question still. We're gonna
Mhm.
get a little bit more in depth to that, I guess. So do you support trans women and or see them as equals? And when I say see them as equals, I don't mean like like a literal like, oh, we are you, da, da, da. Like just when you see a group full of women, if four of them are cis, two of them are trans, are you gonna point out the trans women or are they just a group of women to you?
Oh, they're just a group of women to me. Absolutely.
Yeah. I dig. So we love that. You do support trans women.
I do. And when we see each other just walking around the street or whatnot, you gotta maybe not even just hype each other up when you see each other, but like you said, if four of them are cis and one of them is transgender, and even if you can quote unquote tell, you're not going to be that person, to say it nicely, to address the four others and then exclude the one.
Yeah,
I can't see it that way. I just don't see it that way.
you're so sweet. Okay. Fair question. Does your own sexual preference play any role in your opinion on the trans community?
I don't believe that it does. Um, I think the only thing that has any influence, in my opinion, of the trans community is having close family, but they're not even family. We've just known each other for, I want to say, maybe 2 decades. And then a couple of years, after I'm like 30 something now. But I think that's the only thing that actually gives me my opinion rather than my sexuality or anything else have an influence over that.
I love that. I love that. See that I respect that because that means you realize that there are people close to you affected by it. So
Oh, absolutely.
uh,
Yeah. I had my best friend, one of my earlier best friends. We did not get along at all when we hung out with the group. And for some reason, he felt comfortable enough to come out to me one night. And after that, we were, like we say in Spanish, uña y mugre, which means dirt and nail. So we were inseparable. And then one of my friends, who I called cousin, is the transgender. Um, that's who I call cousin. Like I said, it's more family than friends or anything like that. We've been really close, and because I have people who were or are close to me, I feel I maybe a little bit stronger than most people do about treating anybody in the trans community as human or just as anybody else rather than a trans person. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Yeah.
I dig. I like that. He seems to be very open minded and like I said, a really good ally. So
Thank you.
would you be willing to do another interview to continue to help give us a different perspective and to advocate for cis women in the future? Given that, hopefully they like this little mix up I tried to do,
Right. No,
trying to
yeah,
turn it
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and I don't know if I mentioned before to you that as long as my knowledge allows me to um, have a reasonable voice, I don't want to come off as disrespectful just because I'm ignorant in a subject or ignorant in somebody's situation that I'm not personally a part of. Um, then yeah, I feel like I can be that person and be that ally for whoever needs it at any point.
Okay. Well, thank you, Colin. It
Of
was nice
course.
chatting with you. And until the next one, I hope you have a lovely day. Like I said, we appreciate you for being the first ally interview of many
Yeah.
to come,
Yes, it will be.
speaking into existence. But
Yes.
until the next time,
Thank you.
thank you.